Hey everybody, this is Jean Falb with Total Tax and Accounting, and I am doing a video today on the IRS collection process, and this is part 1. This is a common story that we see. Things are tight, you don't file your tax return, or you do, but you don't pay the balance due, and you just hope that it's going to get better. Sometimes you think, well, next year I can take care of it, I'll catch up. But after a while, things go bad and you start getting a letter from an IRS and the threats start, and maybe you even have an actual levy or seizure of your property. So now the IRS is wreaking havoc on your financial life and you don't know what to do. This can be a very stressful situation. Critical to resolving your tax debt is getting yourself in tax compliance. And I'll go over that in the next slide. And contacting the IRS, because that's really what they want. They want you to acknowledge that you've got the letter and that you're trying to come up with a tax resolution solution. You may have to get a CPA, an enrolled agent like myself, or an attorney involved at this point because they can help you navigate this process. It's not difficult, it's straightforward, but it might just be worth it to turn that over to an expert. So the tax compliance means that you have to file your missing returns. If you haven't filed for many, many years, you really only have to do the last 6 years. And then you're going to be making your current tax payments. So your instinct would say to pay on the old. Don't do that. You want to get yourself in compliance and get yourself current with the most current filing that's due, and that is the definition of compliance. And then we attack the old. So again, you're going to want to call the IRS or get an enrolled agent, CPA, or an attorney involved. Get those missing returns in, get yourself compliant by making current payments, and then we have to come up with a proposal to resolve the tax debt. And some of those resolutions may be you're not collectible. There's a process that has to happen in order to determine whether or not that you fall into that category. There's also an offered compromise. This is the thing you hear on the late night television. Hey, we can get you pennies on the dollar. It's really not quite that simplistic, but there is a process to get your tax debt reduced if you meet certain criteria. So again, you might want to get an expert involved to help you navigate that process. And sometimes you can make payments. And so if you don't qualify for not collectible or an offer in compromise, then you can do an installment agreement where they take payments over a period of time. So again, an expert can help you through that process. Again, it's very simple, but it's just sometimes easier to have somebody who knows what they're doing do that. So if you need help with the tax issue, there's my contact information. I'm going to be going over part 2 in another video and break down and deep dive into the different types of the not collectible, the streamlined installment agreement, and the offer and compromise as tax resolution. So hope this has helped you. If you know anybody who needs help, there's my contact information, and we'll see you in round 2.